Bengali actor Sreelekha Mitra alleged that the Malayalam film director and chairman of the government-run Kerala Chalachitra Academy, Ranjith, had misbehaved with her. There are charges of sexual misconduct, in fact, levelled against this powerful man of the Malayalam cinema, and these charges were levelled back. In fact, this incident happened allegedly back in 2009. The incident is linked to Ranjith's popular film, in fact, and now two bigwigs, actor Siddiqui and filmmaker Ranjith, have stepped down from key positions in actors' associations as far as the Malayalam cinema is concerned. Joining me on the show this evening, a very special guest, Sreelekha Mitra, an actor who showed exemplary courage in coming on record and talking about what happened back in 2009. Sreelekha, I really appreciate you being with us. And at the very outset, let me first apologize to you, because I know it's extremely unpleasant to recount what happened and in such sordid detail. But it's very important for the truth to come out and for people at large to know what really happened back in 2009.
You know, actually, I haven't come out with this, first and foremost, because I had back then put a lid on the entire incident and moved on. Because he hasn't, according to law, according to the norm per se, he hasn't actually made any sexual advances towards me. But he did touch me. He was playing with my bangles, playing with my hair, at the nape of my neck, which kind of made me feel uncomfortable. So it wasn't sexual abuse. If he wants to fight the case, I don't know what is going to happen the next, minute. But this had happened long back, 2009, when I was battling my own personal demons, my personal life. And I had traveled alone at Kochi. So somehow it did come to know. I mean, I don't know how this entire episode resurfaced, as in some media from Kerala did contact me for the same, which I was literally quite surprised, because I haven't spoken to any media before, especially the Kerala media, about this incident particularly. I did, the person who actually mediated with me about this, getting this film, I did speak about it, the incident, during that time, like during that period, but I haven't spoken to the media because I had moved on. I had you don't want to remember something which is not that pleasant in your life. But the thing is, it's a sorry state for women in general. Workplace, we all, this is a kind of a second home for us. We are here to do a job where we are respected, and that is all. That is all we ask for. But this particular, in this industry, I would say, this had been normalized, These sexual favors being asked from women and women complying to the same, or there are sections of women too who, before they're asked for any favors, they would be, ready to comply or ready to go to any length to get a role, to, get a job done. So this had been normalized in this particular industry that I'm talking about. There's a hush-hush about it. It's a practice that's prevalent in this industry since, the case Me Too movement, if we talk about Harvey Weinstein, even that had come to light much later. He was one of the prominent figures, the people who hold power. Generally, others are scared because women are insecure. If they talk very, vaguely, not taking names.
Right.
It's, I don't know why they do it, maybe because they're insecure about their jobs, because this had happened to me here even when I had spoken about my Bengali film industry.
Yes. In fact, that's an important point, Sreelekha, that you're making, that, this is something that has been normalized when it comes to the Malayalam film industry, though, of course, this is known to be something that's prevalent across industries. But it takes immense amount of courage to actually come out with what happened, what transpired. But why did you decide to put a lid on it back in 2009? Because that's also important. Young girls often find it extremely difficult to talk about, such incidents, given the fact that there could be ramifications professionally.
I did face the brickbat even here. 4 years back, post Sushant Singh Rajput's death, And post our government, I mean, our prevailing government is very vindictive. Those who kind of comply with their norms, comply with, I mean, you have seen all MPs and MLAs of the present government mostly comprises of people from our fraternity, film fraternity. So people who voice against power are made to be silent. So that has happened with me as well. Post Sushant's death, even I was affected. And I'm sorry, my voice has become very hoarse.
No, please, ma'am, go ahead.
Yeah. I have my YouTube channel. I went live because I'm a sensitive person. I am no different from any other being whatsoever. But what makes me different as an actor is probably we are more prone towards whatever is happening around. So
right.
It's kind of, I snapped, something snapped inside my head, and I spoke about whatever transpires in the industry, taking a few names. And trust me, the media back then tried to defame me, tried to prove that I have wrongly condemned these people in power, and I was not given work. But I haven't, back then I stood my ground, and I stand my ground even now, because
yes.
And I would have never spoken about Mr. Ranjith.
No, that's an important point you're making, that there's a great deal of victim shaming and victim blaming that goes on, and the whole commentary around the Me Too movement initially, even in Bollywood, was extremely insensitive. But, you know, given the fact that these are extremely powerful men, why do you think they have this sense that they can get away with something like this? They can get away with sexual misconduct, they can get away with misbehavior. There's some amount of impunity there.
Because they are powerful. A person who's powerless probably won't be able to get away and be, you know, I was just hearing you narrating the Arjikor incident. Even here I have taken an active part in the protest. So the person, Sanjay Rai, he's been made a scapegoat. This is not a job of one person. Our government is trying to trying to cover up this entire incident and blaming it on this one person. I mean, Mamata Banerjee, they had to take onus. So many things, so many incidents ensued after this, breaking the wall, a crime scene, tampering of the crime scene, and so many things that had happened subsequently.
Right.
So powerful people only take advantage of their power.
Right. And before I let you go, Sreelekha, you know, many have said that, you know, the Malayalam cinema is going through its Harvey Weinstein moment, you know, given the fact that so many horrific stories have now come to light.
They have formed this committee, actually.
Yes.
They have formed this Justice Hema committee wherein people can seek justice.
Yes.
And people can come forth and talk about
in fact,
issues.
that report is absolutely damning. But, you know, my question to you, ma'am, is that, you know, these two bigwigs, for example, have stepped down. Is this really enough? Because, I mean, do you feel that there should be real justice and real accountability? And, you know, stepping down from an actor association position is really not enough to fix accountability.
I am not happy about his resignation, neither I am sad about it, because this is not affecting me whatsoever. I'm not working in Malayalam film industry. I would love to be a part of the same, but this hasn't affected me in any way whatsoever. But I know that Mr. Ranjith is a very good director. He's a national award winning director, and being a womanizer is not a crime per se. I mean, that's taken into account. He's a good director. I mean, he should at least come forward and say that yes, he has done this,
yes.
And apparently he should say sorry to me or to others maybe who hasn't come forth with this kind of allegation against him. He knows what he has done is not right.
Right.
And but I don't know what to say about it. But this can be made an instance. You know,
yes.
If I can inspire, or if I can, by me speaking about the said issue, if people can come forth and talk about all these, I think probably the next generation of actors will find a different...
Absolutely, and I can tell you, Ms. Mitra, that you have indeed inspired a lot of young artists out there, young women in the industry who face a similar sort of a conundrum that, you know...
Yeah, if you want to unmask these predators, I would call them predators, then I think 90% of the men who we have idol worshipped or whom we had kept on a pedestal would, fall flat.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ms. Mitra, I really appreciate you being with us. Thanks so much for talking to us and for showing the courage and coming out. And as I said at the very outset, it's not easy to talk about what happened in such sordid detail. But thanks very much for being with us on NDTV.